Jennifer Bird. I'm a biblical scholar, and I care very much about what people do with what they find in the Bible. And one of the things that was really helpful for me when I got to graduate school and then in my time after graduate school trying to apply the things I learned there was this realization that some of the things that Jesus is attributed with saying, some of the things he does, some of the parables he teaches, and what I want to look at tonight is one of the really simple interactions that he has in the temple, can be better understood if we look at them through the lens of politics and economics. Tonight I want to talk about the poor widow who gives the 2 small copper coins into the temple treasury. I'm wondering how many of you have heard that story being used to talk about her great faith, that she was so trusting in God's ability to provide for her that she gave even her last 2 coins into the temple treasury as her gift. That's how I heard it used growing up, and I heard it in particular. People would bring it out when it was time to talk about giving, not just tithing, but gifts to the church above and beyond tithing, things like that. And that she was to be emulated. She was held up as someone to be emulated because of her great faith, right? So here's what I suggest we do instead. That particular story opens the chapter 21 of the Gospel of Luke, but the story right before that actually, I think, leads into this particular one. And so whoever added the chapter and verses in the 12th or 13th century did us a disfavor because they separated these 2 events. So I'm going to back up. And this is happening in the temple, right? And in the hearing of all the people, Jesus said to his disciples, "Beware of the scribes who like to walk around in long robes and love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to have the best seats in the synagogues and places of honor at banquets. They devour widows' houses and for the sake of appearance say long prayers. They will receive the greater condemnation." We need to pause and discuss how it is they devour widows' houses. They devour widows' houses by the overtaxation of the poor. And if you are taxed with more than you can pay, the way you pay it is by handing over the deed to your house. And this is all in conjunction with the fact that the leadership in the temple are the ones now collecting taxes for Caesar. So men in leadership in the temple are benefiting from these things and are increasing their property near and far. So let me read that last part again. They devour widows' houses, these scribes and people in the temple, right? And for the sake of appearance say long prayers. They will receive the greater condemnation. He looked up and saw rich people putting their gifts into the treasury. He also saw a poor widow put in 2 small copper coins. That's my cat, just so you know. He said, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all of them. For all of them have contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, has put in all she had to live on." And I would suggest we anticipate that he would say, "and her house is next." I think that Jesus is angry, not commending her. He's angry that the rich have no trouble paying the taxes being asked of them, and the poor are being taxed to the point where they have nothing left to give. Some food for thought. See you next time.